I think the faster you get debt free, the better it is, because you have lesser financial burden, and you can always look at saving more. If we look at the recent situation in the second wave of COVID itself, people were finding it really difficult to take care of their EMI. So again, when you are having these sort of situations, or where you're having a lot of job insecurity, having loans on your head really never helps. So my opinion would be that it's better to be debt free as soon as possible, and limit your loans to what is really necessary and required. One of the golden rules of borrowing is to keep the borrowings low. And it finally comes down to a question of your mindset to say that, no, this is something that is detrimental to me, so I will not do it. And your habits. Now, I think a little bit of splurging and impulse purchases is fine. I mean, all of us frankly need to do it for our own well-being. And there is a way to do it, which is that you could plan for it. Just like how we plan for an emergency fund, why not plan for a splurge fund, which is just some extra money that you're saving that you can spend whenever you want to, rather than taking a Insta loan or buy now, pay later. The problem with some of this buy now, pay later and all of these is that it becomes a habit to take those loans. And then what happens is that people end up taking one loan, then they'll take another loan to repay the previous loan. And it just becomes like a vicious cycle. So the issue is that all of these are very easy to get, like Insta loan, personal loan, credit card loan, buy now, pay later. But the problem is that if you're not regular and paying back on time, it's just going to become a habit to constantly live your life on these particular loans. So I think it's all a question of your mindset and your habits. And end of the day, for you to decide whether you want to have a peaceful life or you want to have this thing hanging on your head. Because nowadays we're also reading a lot of horror stories on the sort of things that are being done to people who don't pay back their loans on time. So it really boils down to you asking yourself, is it really worth it or not? So loans, of course, have a big impact on your finances. So I will just give the example of two people. One who has kept EMIs limited to 30% of the take home, and the other who has kept EMIs as 50% of the take home. So what happens is that if you look at it over a long period of time, like, so let's say that the person has taken a home loan for a 20-year period at a 7% interest, right? The person who is having a lower loan and investing more is going to end up with a much larger amount. And, the person who has 50% of money going towards EMIs, in 20 years, the person is actually going to have a negative amount, which means that they're going to have lesser at the end of 20 years, and they've really not built their wealth. The reason being that whatever money they have invested has gone to basically pay the interest amount. So not a very good strategy to have. And this is why I always say that you must keep your loans limited or your EMIs limited to 30% of your total take-home income. Actually, from a financial perspective, if you're able to generate a higher return than what you're paying on your loan, obviously it makes sense to invest. And again, this will work on longer periods of time. So, you'll have to look at a 10-year period and then look at doing this, because while right now equities are giving really nice returns, it's not like it's going to just keep continuing like this, right? So from a financial perspective, if your investments are generating more than what your loan interest rate is, certainly it makes sense to do that. But I think some of these decisions are more emotional decisions and not really financial decisions. And again, it comes to the fact that, do I want to just get rid of this loan, not have any burden, or am I okay with continuing on the loan? The main thing that you should remember is that you should never continue a loan just for a tax reason, because Many times I'm asked this question that I have this loan and I can close it, but I'm not closing it because I'm getting some small tax benefit on it. So don't continue a loan for tax reasons, because end of the day, there is an interest which is basically a cost to you. You can go by what your heart says, or you can follow your mind. Well, firstly, you need to make a spreadsheet of all the loans that you have. Most of the time, people who have 3 to 4 loans, other than knowing that, okay, this is my EMI, they really don't keep a track of what is the total value of interest also that they're paying in a year or in a month. So first thing is to make a spreadsheet where you mention what is the amount of debt that you have, each of the loans you listed down, write down what are the interest rates and what is the payment period. Now, at this point, it's also a good idea to check what are the current interest rates in the market, because if the current interest rates are lower right now, then obviously you need to refinance your loans. Now, in terms of repaying off loans, so let's say that you have an extra amount and you want to repay some loans, you could always look at structuring it in such a way that you're repaying off the high interest rate loans first, or you could also look at paying it equally. The strategy that's going to work is going to be dependent upon what are the loans that you have, what is the size of the loan that you have at a higher interest rate, right? So you will have to work with someone on this. Maybe a financial planner can help you on this to understand which loan, if you pay off earlier, is going to be more beneficial for you. A couple of other things that would help would be looking at increasing the payments with the increase in income. If there are any windfall gains, so for example, if you have invested in equities and in the last 1 year you've made 50% return and upwards, maybe it's a good time to do some exit and look at repaying off loans with that money. And of course, as I said, refinancing your loans at a lower interest rate is going to help reduce the interest outgo.